session. How do you say 3 in French?
Oh, I don't know. Tres, I know.
Trois.
Uno, trois.
Micro session 3. 6 new movements for you. Kayla's, and what's that one called?
That's the micro session shut strut.
Shut strut?
Shut strut.
Shut up strut. Let's adjust this just a little bit there. I don't think I made it any better. So, micro session 3. We got 6 movements coming at you.
3 plus 3 is 6.
Boom, it's math time and it's workout time. So the first one's a Turkish get-up, but we have some cool modifications.
Right.
So let's
You go for it.
I want you to demonstrate, Kayla.
I know, but my ankle.
What? What's wrong with your ankle?
It was hard.
Oh, I am totally moving this towards the camera. I should be moving it away from the camera. There we go. All right. So, Turkish get-up. Kayla's ankle hurts. So if you have a hurt ankle, man, we've got to think of a good modification for people who maybe have hurt ankles as well, I guess. But so you lay on your back. This is a classic Turkish get-up. This, whatever knee is bent, put the other hand up. You're going to kind of put your other hand out to about a 45-degree angle because you're going to try to pop up onto your elbow. That's working the core right there. Right? Maybe, let's say you don't have the core strength to do that. You can kind of like roll over like this, and you're there too. Right? So you can either bring the hand straight up like this, or you can roll over like this. Maybe support yourself with 2 hands for the next part. The next part goes like this. You're from here, you come onto the hand. So once again, if you roll over like this, you just simply push yourself up both hands if you need to. And then you're here as well. Then you're going to pick the hips up. And you're going to move your, what was your straight leg, now behind your bent leg. You're going to come up like you're kind of in a lunge on the ground. Then from here, you're going to stand up. And then you're going to come back down. So you come back the same way you came into the standing position, back down to the knee, down onto the hand, push that left leg straight, come back down onto your elbow. Now, if you're having a hard time coming down, once again, if you're having a hard time coming down, you can simply, if you need both hands, then just go like this. Support yourself on the way down.
Right.
And then you can roll your hands back like so to support yourself to move this leg through. And then you just roll back down on your back. That's 1. So for me, the full speed that I do my reps would be like so. One. Here's on the other side. Two. It's total body movement as well.
Right.
Now, let's show you
the B.Bloomed Turkish get-up.
Well,
Pow!
it's kind of the B.Bloomed Get-up. Here we go. It's kind of a little more involved. There's more yoga postures involved, as you'd imagine. If you haven't figured it out by now, we like yoga. So, arm out to a 45. What I do is instead of having the hand like this, I put the elbow on the ground with the hand pointed up, kind of like in this knife hand, whatever you want to call it. And then you just shoot the hand up and come up onto your elbow. Okay, I'll show you again. Shoot the hand up onto the elbow. And then you're going to pull this leg through. You're going to go like this. You can have both hands on the ground if you want. You can have a hand like this. You can bring your hand up like this. But keep this foot flat in the ground. If that means you have to lean forward and grab the ground like this, that's fine. But try to be up on your toes unless you have a messed up ankle like Kayla. Then what you're going to do is you're going to shift to the front leg.
And then your warrior 1.
To a warrior 1. And then you swing back down. What's this called?
Skandasana.
Was there like an American name for it? So you
go
side
lunge.
Side lunge. That's something different. Then you're going to swing back through. Hand on the ground, support. Kick through.
Back down.
1.
That's 1.
So show full speed what that would look like.
Up. Lunge. Warrior 1. Back into that side. Low lunge. Kick through. All the way down.
1. Switch sides.
Press up, kick back, side low lunge, up into your warrior one, back into your low side lunge, kick through, and down.
1. So that's what 1 rep looks like of the classic Turkish get-up or the B.Bloomed Get-up. My heart rate's up because you're working your whole body, getting yourself up and down. You're stretching, you're strengthening, coordination, all that. What's next? Jump lunges. Show them, Kayla. Is your ankle okay for this?
We'll find out. Okay, so plyometric lunges. You come down and jump. And you can go faster or you can go slower and modify. So say you're here, come back to center, jump, oh, come back to center. Or you can even step, middle, step.
At that point, it's not plyometric anymore, but it's still lunges. But if you absolutely can't jump, she's right. You can just do regular lunges. The key here, like Kayla was showing, is the hands. It really helps with the hands with any plyometrics. You throw the arms down and you throw them up. It helps with the momentum.
And yeah.
So one cool modification you do is, like Kayla said, you can jump and then stop to neutral. But then it kind of breaks up the movement where you have to, which is not bad, I guess. You just do a little step back and you
hop,
jump to neutral, take a little step back and forward, jump to neutral, or you can go
combat speed.
You can switch and then pause, switch and then pause, switch and then pause. A more advanced version, like Kayla was saying, is combat speed, where you're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh.
So on and so forth. So those are jumping lunges.
That was 2. Number 3.
Plank jacks.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Go ahead, Kayla. Show them how it's done. Probably good. Probably this way, that way. As long as you're side with it, maybe.
So plank. You're here. You want to have strong foundation. Press into the mat. Spread your fingers. Now you're going to kick out and in. Out and in. Or you can go slower.
The way we count these, I'll do a quick demonstration. The way I count these, 1, 2, or maybe you start here and you're like 1, 2. I suppose you could go 1, 2, 3, 4. But as you can see, the way you count determines how the reps kind of play out in your workout. That's plank jacks.
Number 4.
Wim Hof Push-ups. So you can do regular push-ups, and if you've seen our breathing class, you know how to do the Wim Hof breathing. So look up if you're on our Facebook group, you can see our class on the Wim Hof breathing, but it's essentially 30 Wim Hof breaths. It depends on you. I do 50, but if you pick a good amount of breaths for you, and you do the breathing, I'll just demonstrate real quick. I'll do a quick round. So I'll do like 10 breaths, okay?
You're breathing belly, chest, head. Sucking the air in and then just letting the air out. You're not forcing all the air out at the end. And then after your last one, you let all the air out of your lungs. You keep it that way and you do as many push-ups as you can until you have to breathe in. That's a lot more than I can do. And then when you can't fight the urge to not breathe in anymore, you take that breath in and you hold it for 20 to 30 seconds. And then you let it out and you go back to normal breathing.
So
these are intense.
20, 30 seconds for that last. So yeah, you're doing the breathing. On your last breath, you leave the lungs empty and you roll over without inhaling.
Yep.
You do as many push-ups as you can without inhaling any air. Once you can't stand it anymore, you gasp air in, lay on your back, and hold it for as long as you can. And you want to push the blood up into the brain because it's super oxygenated blood now. Push it up into your brain until, it doesn't have to be 25, 30 seconds. It can be 10, 15, or whatever it is you can take. So those are the Wim Hof breaths, or the Wim Hof push-ups. But you can do regular push-ups if you want nothing to do with that business. Because some people may not. But it's totally crazy.
It is.
So Lat Floor Pulls. This was part of our back complex last week. But it's just one of the back complex movements. And it goes like so. So you have to have a good surface to do this on. If you had carpet, I'd imagine you'd have to have like something that slides. Like some kind of plastic tray, or I know that some people have little furniture, slides you put under the furniture so the couches can slide along the carpet. You can maybe get some of those for your knees, potentially, I guess. I don't know, but if you have a nice surface.
Has a kitchen.
It's true. If you have a surface that's good enough to do this on, like for example, hand me that blanket. I'll use one of these blankets. We have a bunch of these for like meditation and stuff. You can fold it up and put it under your shins and your knees, like so. You're fully extended. I'll show you the modification first. You stay on your forearms. You pull yourself up like this.
And out.
That's 1, 2, 3. So that's a way to work your lats and your middle back if you don't have a pull-up bar and with body weight. Here's the advanced version. Now you're on your hands when you come up. You come off the forearms.
Oh, yeah. Kind of up into
Upward facing dog, kind of, right?
Yep.
2, 3.
I think I really didn't like these last week, but I think I wasn't using a blanket, so I think that.
Well, and it's such a cool way, like you're not used to working your back that way.
Yeah.
And it's similar to doing like a lat pullover. Like if you're in the gym, you're on a bench, you can take like a barbell and you can lay on the bench and you kind of do something like this where you lift the weight like this. It's similar to the lat pullovers. But it's on the floor.
On the floor.
Using your body weight. No gym.
Cheeks.
Give me a Coke. Okay, and then the last one.
Last one is bear kick out. This is what I named it.
Kayla's name. I like it. Bear kicks.
Bear kick out.
God, bear kick. Rawr.
Okay, so
You gonna demonstrate?
Yeah.
I love this.
Get out of here.
Do it. Go in your 4-point stance.
Okay.
What's a 4-point stance?
Like this.
Let's go downward facing lion. Actually, want to bend your knees a little more. Even more. Like that. It's like almost like you're like a linebacker.
So
on the offensive line or defensive line. You kind of get down in this 4-point stance and you're ready to.
You can start in your tabletop and then just lift the knees up.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. And then so this is.
You're gonna leave your left. So if you're kicking to the right, you're actually gonna kick to the right with your left leg. Leave the left arm planted. Yep. Kick through. Then you switch. Then you the direction. Why don't you face the camera real quick, Kayla, and show them facing? So that was good to see the 4-point stance with the downward facing lion from the side. Come back a little bit. Just a little bit. There you go. Try that. Okay, check this out. I'm gonna go ahead and sit on the couch and watch you work out.
Kick out and in. Kick out.
You kind of want to get your feet a little closer to your hands, so bring your there you go. A little wider stance on your feet. There you go. Kick out. And you can even bring your butt if you're having a hard time, you can bring your butt down and sit for a second, and then transition back. Stop, and then go over, sit down. So it's kind of like the Turkish get-up a little bit, but it's more of a rotational and repetitive.
Right.
Go ahead. A lot of core here, a lot of upper body, shoulders, chest, legs too, because you're in this downward facing lion kind of linebacker stance, right? Bear kick out, bear kicks, roar. So here's how I will do those. You do it in reps or you do it for time. right? And you can even play around and you're gonna go into like a wild thing to kind of rest for a second, and then back into it. We do a wild side on this, wild thing on this side, wild side, wild thing on this side. High five it. Come back down, back into it. Bear kickouts, bear kicks. Rah. That's the movements, guys.
That's it.
We understand that not everybody, even some of the modifications, depending on your level of fitness, you may have a hard time with it. Reach out to us if you're like, hey, I came to the modification. We can help you come up with, think of some ideas.
Yeah.
So if you're in the group or you're following this at all and you're doing this at home, reach out and we can help you out with any of the movements you're struggling to do to find an alternative. But there's 6 movements for you to choose from. Design your weekly, daily micros. Set your number of rounds. Please come into our group on Facebook.
Right.
B.Bloomed YMM on Facebook. Join our group. And you can post about what your goals are every day and every
You
week.
can see other people's goals, cheer them on, have other people cheer you on.
Because what it's doing, because it's kind of like creating this little group environment where when you put things out there like that and you post, hey, my goal is to do this, you'd be surprised at how assuredly you hit those goals. Right. You put it out to a bunch of people who are like saying, cool, great, I hope you do hit those goals. And in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, well, now I've told all these people I'm going to hit this goal, and now you'll hit it. Right. So that's kind of the intent behind the micro sessions, as well as using it to augment your, if you have an existing workout routine, this is something extra to do on top of your existing workout routine. Anything else, Kayla?
Love y'all.
Rawr! Do your bear kickouts. Love you guys. Be bloomed.
Be bloomed.
Bye.
Bye.